Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you this really pretty version of Jessica Albas hair. Her swept back, really pretty, loose, natural looking curls. Mine's a little bit tighter, a little bit different, but I like to put my artistic edge on it, I guess you would say. So as you can see, it's these really fun curls that build volume towards the top and kind of loosely go back into this really pretty curled bun. It only takes about 20 minutes, so I hope you guys really enjoy the tutorial. If you have any questions or you'd like to post a comment, go ahead and post or send me an email at todieforblog@yahoo.com. Thank you. Alright, so what you're going to need for this tutorial is your hairspray. And I'm using a finishing hairspray, working hairspray. That way, whenever we do our style, we can get it into the place where we want with a little bit of hold without spraying it into that style, so we can move it around if we need to. Then you're going to need your brush, and I'm going to use a teasing brush comb. You will need some bobby pins and some rubber band hair ties. Also, I'm going to be using 2 different curling irons. This is your really small 1/2 inch curling iron, and this is your 3/4 curling iron. First, we're going to take our hair, and right behind your ears, you're going to do a parting all the way to the top. That's going to be nice and even. I'm going to put it into this little bun on top, that way we keep it out of our way, and I'm going to secure it with one of my bobby pins. So now you can see I took from my ears all the way up, and I did that the same on both sides. So now we're going to work with this bottom part. Go ahead and put that into 2 sections evenly in the back, and then brush it out. Now for your ends, these little guys, we're going to curl them with our larger curling iron. So you can just lightly spray that with some hairspray. And you don't even really have to worry about making sure that there are these really, really nice curls, because we're going to end up putting this into a bun. So all we want to do is curl those ends. My kitty cat is in the background watching us. She is very upset right now because she can't sit up here and sit on my lap or play with the stuff that I'm using. So she's going to sit there and stare into the background. So now that we have this little nice curl, we're going to do the other part, and then you'll do this to the other side of your hair too. Alright, now we have all of our ends curled. We're going to turn that curling iron off and work on our bottom section of our hair. We're going to put all of our hair back, and this is where we incorporate our bun. So I like to take my head and flip it upside down. That way I can get my ponytail or bun higher up, because I'm going to set mine right about here, because I like mine to be high, kind of with that Kim Kardashian style. So go ahead and get your hair into a ponytail up top. Alright, so now we have our awesome looking bun on top that's keeping our top separated from the bottom, and now we have our little ponytail in the back. And you can flip your head over and take your brush and brush it down. That way you can get this really nice, neat, and clean bottom part. You're going to brush out the ends so that they're not all tangled, and then what we're going to do is take our next rubber band, and we're going to take it around our hair and do a floppy bun. So what I mean by this is you're going to pull your ponytail through, but not go through all the way with it. So you're going to have that little loopy bun, because we're going to take this and create our messy bun out of that. So go ahead and get your bobby pin, or I'm going to use my big pins, and you're going to go around your hair and pin that up to where it's going to look like a really fun bun. Alright, now I have it all in place. As you can see, I just have kind of sort of a messy feel going on. That's how I like my buns to be. But now that we have our ends curled, because we've curled them before we put them up, that's going to give them a little bit of a curl illusion without having to curl all your hair and making the styling time last a lot longer than it needs to be. So with that, take your top little bun down Now we're going to work on our front part and getting our little curls to go back into our messy bun. So take your small curling iron, because that's what we will be working with. And you're going to need your backcombing or teasing brush or comb and your hairspray. We're going to work from our back part towards the front. So you're going to take about 1 by 1 inch sections, part that all the way down so you have about an even little parting going down, and then we will take this and clip it off, that way it doesn't get in your way. Then go ahead and brush this straight up, and we're going to give this a little bit of a spray of hairspray right on your root area, and then we're going to take our teasing brush or teasing comb and do right at our roots. That's going to make it to where our curls don't fall flat on our head. So take a small little section out of that, and now we're going to curl this part. I like to take my curling iron and usually have it in the middle of my head and curl my curls towards the middle of my head. That way my curls don't go down and fall away from my face, because I want them to build up. So take your curling iron, place it here. Instead of it going through the clip, we're actually going to wrap it around our curling iron. So you're going to place it here and wrap the entire strand around your curling iron. So now that we have this curl, you can see it has this really cute, really interesting looking curl rather than our regular looking spiral curls. This curl is called a rope curl. It's really popular, especially with celebrities nowadays. And in a lot of movies and other things, people like to use these curls versus the spiral curls. So you're going to take your curling iron again and wrap it up and towards the top of your head. And you're going to want to make sure that you get right down to that root area. Don't burn yourself, but make sure that you get right down to that root area so that your hair looks naturally curled versus a fake curled look. I think that's my favorite part about this whole hairstyle, is that people ask you, oh my gosh, is your hair really that naturally curly? And it's not, but it looks that way. So now we're going to take our curl and we're going to hold it there and wait for it to warm up. And then we're going to continue on and do this to the rest of our hair. And I will show you what to do in your front pieces. Alright, so now we have all these really awesome 80s looking curls going on and this straight part in the front. So you're leaving out just that little front piece to curl. And we have all of these that are going to sweep back up into our bun. Go ahead and take your front piece. We are not going to tease this piece because this is a piece that you will see. So go ahead and take your pieces, and we're actually going to start from the middle and go up, or go out down the side. So we're going to take this little middle part and we're going to curl that part. Just like you did all of the other ones. We have all of our hair curled and it is looking really awesome. So now take your head and take part of your hair over to the side, and we're just going to kind of pull on them and work them out just a little bit so that they are not exactly perfect. Then you're going to take your hair back and kind of run your fingers through it and work it back. We will take all of our curl and we're going to upsweep them onto our bun. So we're going to work again from the back forwards, and we're going to secure these back curls into our messy bun. So find your parting again, if you can. I know it is a crazy bunch of curls. And we're going to take these curls and pull them back, and you can place them anywhere in your curly bun, but just make sure that you're pulling them a little bit taut so it stretches them out a little bit. That way we know that we aren't going to make our hair too voluminous. There's no strategic placement for these curls. They're just kind of wherever you feel like going and placing them. So we're leaving this little section parting out in the front, and then we're going to work on our other side and pin these back. Okay, so now that we have all of the major curls kind of pinned back in this area, we're going to take this part and you're going to place them where you want them, and then instead of pinning them, we are actually going to hairspray them back. That way we're not taking too much of the curl out. I like to focus my curls mainly on top, so to sweep towards the top, that way I don't have big sides, I'm building more volume up on top. And the great thing about working with a working spray or a finishing spray is that it doesn't have too much hold to it, so that you can replace if you don't like it in the place that you put it. And I like to kind of fill in different spots. That way I don't have a gap in certain areas, and that it flows really well. Now we need to take the curls that we have curled or pinned back in the back, and we need to secure those and pin those up into our messy bun. So just like that, and I'm going to leave mine kind of loose to go along with how I like my hair to be, because I like it to be a little bit looser, not so tight on my head. Alright, and if you have a little bit difference in volume or weight on either side, you can tuck it in a little bit and bring that in a little bit. Like I said, I like mine to be a little bit different, a little bit all over the place, so I like it just as it is. But as you can tell, it's this really fun swept back curl into this really pretty little bun, and it only takes a few minutes because you're really only focusing on this front section. And the back section, you don't even have to worry about curling the whole entire thing. So I hope you guys really get something out of this and understand it. It's a little bit confusing sometimes, but if you don't get it the first time, try again the second time. And a working spray or finishing spray is going to be your best friend throughout this style. I hope you guys enjoy.